Learn more about anatomy in the Marine Animal Lab.
Eye. Unlike many undersea hunters, the octopus relies almost entirely on its vision to find and catch prey. For this reason, the octopus's eye is highly developed and can probably see images nearly as well as a human eye can. Much of an octopus's brain is devoted to interpreting the many signals coming from the octopus's eyes. The octopus eyeball is flattened like a fish eye. To focus on an object, the lens of the eye moves rapidly back and forth. The eye of an octopus is also quite large, making it easy for the octopus to see well at night when it does most of its hunting. Funnel. An octopus's gills are enclosed in a large muscular chamber called a funnel. This chamber pumps water in and out and over the gills. When the octopus is in danger, the chamber squeezes water out in a powerful gush, jetting the animal backward. An internal ink sac also opens into this chamber. An octopus will squirt ink out to confuse an invader. The ink is irritating to many undersea animals and makes it hard to see what is going on. Body. The octopus's large muscular body may look like a head, but in fact it contains all of the octopus's organs, such as the stomach, kidney, gills, and brain. Unlike the bodies of many undersea animals, the octopus's body completely lacks a shell or bones of any kind. It does have a soft cartilage-like substance that forms a protective layer around the brain. The skin of an octopus is well known for its ability to change colors quickly in order to match the octopus's surroundings. This is possible because the octopus has many different kinds of colors, called pigments, in its skin. The pigments are held in a small sac just under the skin. By using its nerves and muscles, the octopus can control how much of this pigment is released into its skin, thereby changing its appearance. Mouth. The mouth of an octopus is located where its tentacles attach to its body. The opening of the mouth has a small parrot-like beak. This beak is quite powerful and is used for tearing apart food such as crabs and lobsters. Salivary glands near the beak secrete fluids that help break down the food into smaller pieces. In some species of octopus, this fluid is very poisonous. A few people have died from the bite of a small blue and purple ringed Australian octopus. Arms. An octopus has 8 flexible and muscular arms. Each of these arms has suckers on the inside edges and is used both for walking over the ocean floor and for holding onto prey when the octopus is eating. An octopus's arms are highly sensitive to touch and can manipulate very small, fragile objects. The inside of each of an octopus's suction cups is lined by nerves that can detect the differences between the tiniest shapes. Female octopuses will often spend months moving and cleaning their fragile eggs, and none of the eggs will be damaged. Suction cups. An octopus has suckers that cover the inside of all 8 of its arms. These suckers make it possible for the octopus to get a good grip while climbing over slippery rocks. They also help to hold on to prey while an octopus is eating. An octopus's suckers are round and fleshy, and each one has its own circular muscles which help create a suction action. The octopus's suckers are also ringed by many sensitive nerves that can detect the differences between very small objects. Beak. Octopuses have strong beak-like jaws that are so powerful they can crush the shells of very large crabs and lobsters. When an octopus captures its prey, it holds the animal in its mouth, then kills or paralyzes it with a poison that is secreted by the octopus's salivary glands. The octopus then injects into its prey's body a digestive enzyme that dissolves many of the animal's toughest body tissues. Once the animal's body is soft enough, the octopus sucks it into its mouth. Because the octopus dissolves most of its food outside of its body, it only needs a simple digestive system to absorb food into its bloodstream. A few hours after an octopus captures a crab or lobster, all that's left is an empty shell. Brain. The octopus's brain is one of the largest, most complex brains of all invertebrates. It is enclosed in a thick, protective layer of cartilage located just behind the octopus's eyes. The octopus's brain is divided into several areas known as lobes. Each lobe is connected to parts of the octopus's body by long, thick nerve fibers. The lobes of an octopus's brain monitor and control millions of tiny electrical impulses that travel between the brain and the different parts of the octopus's body. These impulses tell the brain what is going on both inside and outside the octopus's body. At the same time, the brain is sending messages to the rest of the body telling it what to do. One of the largest lobes in the octopus's brain is called the visual lobe. It is connected to the eyes and keeps track of all the visual information being transmitted to and from the octopus's eyes. Another large lobe in the brain is responsible for the messages coming from the octopus's arms and suction cups. Octopuses rely heavily on their ability to feel and manipulate objects, so this part of the brain is very large. Unlike most undersea animals, the octopus's brain is capable of remembering things. An octopus can actually learn from its experiences, remembering to avoid places where predators live, or remembering to go to places where there is an abundance of food.
Funnel. Stomach.
Unlike many animals, the octopus does most of its digesting outside the body. For this reason, the octopus only has a small, simple stomach. Many animals need food to be in their digestive system for several stages of digestion. This helps break down the food into pieces small enough to be absorbed into their body's bloodstream. The octopus is different. It injects digestive enzymes into its food before the food even enters its mouth. These enzymes work like acids, dissolving the tough parts of the food so that it can be quickly and easily digested by the octopus's stomach. Located very close to the octopus's stomach is a small ink sac. When an octopus is in danger, it will often squirt ink out of its body, creating a murky cloud in the water that helps confuse an attacker.
Ink sac.
Liver. Gills.
The gills of an octopus are located safely inside the octopus's body cavity. Like a fish's gill, an octopus's gill is made of a feathery material that is filled with tiny blood vessels. To capture oxygen from ocean water, the octopus draws water into its body through a small muscular opening called a funnel. The water then passes over the octopus's gills, where oxygen is absorbed by the octopus's blood cells and carbon dioxide is released. At this point, the tiny atoms of oxygen latch onto different blood cells and are then transported all over the octopus's body.
Heart.
The function of an octopus's heart is to pump oxygen-rich blood from the gills to the rest of the octopus's body via a network of blood vessels known as a circulatory system. The octopus's heart is divided into two chambers, an atrium, which collects blood from the body, and a ventricle, which pumps blood out to the body. Like all hearts, the octopus's heart pumps rhythmically, either contracting to push blood out of the heart or relaxing to let blood flow back into the heart. The octopus's circulatory system is similar to that of a crab or a shellfish. Blood flows from the body tissue through vessels known as veins into a large body cavity called a hemocoel. The blood then passes through the gills, where it absorbs oxygen from the seawater. After this stage, the blood travels to the heart, where it is pumped back out to the rest of the body through blood vessels known as arteries.
Reproductive organ.